Hi, I'm Phil DeVol. I'm the author of Getting Ahead in the Just-Gettin By World, and I'd like to take a few minutes to introduce you to the fourth edition of Getting Ahead. There are some changes being made, and I think that you'll be interested in them. I wrote this in 2004, and so we've had to do these kind of changes every few years because the date-specific information, mostly in Module 3, demands some kind of a change from us. So this time we were doing the same thing. And then I thought, I'd really like to broaden the context of Getting Ahead just a little bit more. And so I've added some investigations that have to do with gender, race, ethnicity, and family types. And so those kind of things are in this one. And I want to share that with you now. I think I'll start with Module 1 and we'll just go down through it. In Module 1, there's just one thing that needed to change, and that was the minimum wage and poverty line. So that had to be brought up to date. So in Module 2, which is where we do our theory of change, Ruben Perez and I decided to work on a new mental model for our theory of change. And you may have seen it because since then, and this has been months now, I've been sharing this at trainer certifications and recertifications and Getting Ahead updates. So you may have seen it. Now it's in the book. So where most of the changes are taking place are in Module 3. And there are 4 things that needed to be changed. One is the household median net worth by race, then the real family income growth by quintile, and then the comparison data between what a CEO makes and a frontline worker makes, and finally, ownership of household wealth in the U.S. All of these activities and all of this data comes from United for a Fair Economy. So we want to thank them for that because their activities really make this information come alive for the investigators. In Module 3, I added 2 more things. One is the median net worth for single women by race and ethnicity. And then the next and last thing in that module is information for the 8 countries that use Getting Ahead. And this is to compare the disparity in income and wealth between those 8 countries. In Module 4, which is about the hidden rules and families, I added information on medical and health characteristics at birth. And then I looked into and found information on poverty as experienced by Native Americans, white Americans, African Americans, Hispanic Americans, and Asian Americans. And I think that makes a broader kind of context when we're learning about each other's environments. Finally, I added 9 family types. And that is so that when it comes time to do the eco map that you might be familiar with, people have had a chance to take a look at all kinds of families and what type they are. So that is the last of the changes in the new Getting Ahead book. All this information and all the changes are in the new Spanish edition of Getting Ahead. And when we need to reprint, all of these changes will show up in Getting Ahead while getting out and Getting Ahead in the workplace. And of course, I've made the changes in the facilitator notes and the user guide. I think that these changes recognize the diversity in Getting Ahead groups. And I think it will really be interesting for the investigators to take this new, nuanced kind of look at poverty and its impact on them. So I hope you like the changes, and I'm looking forward to your feedback. Thank you.